Welcome to Backyard Plinking. My name is Charles, and today we got one from CROSMAN. They call the MAKO. No relation to the Shark or MAKO Manufacturing that manufactures a lot of aftermarket accessories for modern firearms. Just something they picked out. The slide does move. Does have a metal slide, a cast frame that's on here. Of course, the grips are, ABS plastic. Does have a hammer. Really serves no function. It just looks cool. Rear and the front sight are fiber optic. Green at the rear. Kind of a reddish orange at the top, which is nice because it's a good contrast. Non-adjustable. They are what they are. 20 round magazine. I shot it a few times this morning because I've had it for a little bit. I hadn't had a chance to show it to anybody, so I figured, well, you know what? Let's make sure it actually works before we do this. Try left-handed. Boom. And it does lock open last round, which is cool. It's a little funky. You have to shoot it a couple of times, kind of figure out where you're actually hitting. I want to show you something and this is with a lot of CO2 BB only pistols and stuff like that. Obviously, you look at the thing and some of this stuff is shrouded, right? The actual BB barrel that's in there. Look at that. Looks like it's bent or crooked or something. Happens in the castings. That thing is actually cast into the barrel part when they do it. It's weird, right? It looks, but it still pretty much hits wherever you aim it. I'm a little rusty. Been a little while. It advertises about 425 feet per second, which is normal, for most of the CO2 BB only stuff that I've shown you in the past. Generally they'll range anywhere from 375 to, you might have people advertising 450 or something like that. Might be a bit much, but it's right in the range with the rest of them. They have been on the shelves for a little while, a few months, that I have seen in the area I am. About $50, somewhere around in there. Now, make sure it's on safe. It does have a safety up here at the front. The back strap that's on here and the grip is pretty good size. I got pretty good size hands. It's hard for me to get all the way around it. So a younger individual would probably struggle trying to get a good grip. It's just under 1.5 pounds as far as the weight goes for it. So it's not too heavy. Nice little beaver tail in there. It's easy to get your grip on. So if you have a modern firearm that resembles this, which could be anywhere from a Beretta to, I don't know, I've seen some CZ stuff that's kind of reminds you of that. Even some 1911 variations. This would be something good to practice with. Cheaper too. Let's see if we can hit something. The one thing I noticed about this one so far, and it could be that it's just not broken good, is every now and again when you go through, the slide goes back every time you fire. Sometimes this one will kind of go part of the way, and you can feel it. I mean, it'll, you know, it's kind of a, but when it racks the way it should, you really can tell the difference. It does have a little Picatinny rail at the bottom if you wanted to mount a flashlight or a laser or something like that. But, I mean, all in all, if you're just looking for something to kind of plink around with, the price is not bad. It does what it's supposed to do. Not bad. MAKO CROSMAN. Cool. Till next time.
What
My name's
we
Charles.
all now
Let's get back to the plinking.
foresee, what the obvious